welcome you to the Ask Jeff YouTube channel. Here's today's question. Is the Hebrew past tense verb in Genesis 1:1 different from the verb used in the 6 days of creation? Well, obviously, we are going to the first chapter of Genesis, which per the question is the first 6 days of creation. What we know is day 7 is actually in chapter 2, the famous quote, Sabbath day. Now, that being said, there are multiple words that are actually used per the question. So in Genesis 1:1, in the beginning, God created, okay? That term created, bara, means out of nothing. In other words, did not take something that currently existed and form or fashion into something else. It's just only what God can do, correct? What's interesting is that word, though it is in the past tense per the question, created, is only used again on day 6 when it refers to humanity, okay? Let us create them, which the word bara again. Now, why is that important? 2 reasons. Number 1, on day 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, it says, let us, okay? Let there be light, let us. And so in other words, it's not the create word, which opens up a whole Pandora's box of understanding. So this is the YouTube channel, and again, I wish this was a Wednesday night question. When you go back into Genesis 1:1 and then get into the rest of the creation narrative, there are actually multiple, 4 specific views. Did God take a created substance that only came from him and then later let there be light? Is it a recreation because something happened in verse 2? Is it a host of things? Is it somewhat divinely evolutionary? I know I'm kind of chasing the proverbial rabbit there, but to the question, it is a different word in the creation narrative days 1 through 5 than in Genesis 1:1 God created. The fact that it is in the past tense is important because we call it the prophetic perfect, meaning that God speaks about the future as if it is already past because he is timeless. So the fact that the word is used in our translation past tense does not necessitate one's translation or interpretation of the rest of the passage. That is just to ensure that only God can do what took place in Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. But I've opened up Pandora's proverbial box here with a host of other questions that could come either on the YouTube channel or Wednesday night regarding chapter 1 of the book of Genesis. Great question. If you have one, send to askjeff.net. Maybe your question be tomorrow's. Thank you so much for being a part of our daily question here at the Ask Jeff YouTube channel. I want to encourage you on a few things. Number 1, if you have a question to ask, submit it to askjeff.net. Eventually, we'll get around to your question. Secondly, we'd encourage you to subscribe. That way, each and every day, Monday through Friday, you get a reminder of our question of the day. And last but not least, I want to remind you that on Wednesday evenings, live at First Baptist Church of Opelika, fbcopelika.com, we do a solid hour of Ask Jeff where we dig into the questions more than just 60 or 90 seconds. Sometimes we take the entire hour. All that being said, askjeff.net is where you submit a question to this channel each and every day, Monday through Friday.